What is up, everybody? Welcome in to the NFL Week 7 pregame show. We are going to start it off by saying, please like, please subscribe, and we're going to get into Thursday Night Football right here, right now. We have an absolute banger of a game. The Bengals hosting the Steelers.
Man, I don't know what we have to do in medicine to just keep these dudes healthy, what sort of things we have to create, but I dream of an NFL season with no injuries and we can see phenomenal players play throughout the whole year.
I don't want to get banned from YouTube for this, but peptides. Peptides. That's the answer. But that's I'm not a doctor, so
Sure.
not a doctor.
This would be a good game to watch.
Yeah,
but
if Joe Burrow was healthy.
Yeah.
Well, they have Joe Flacco now, so don't worry. They have Joe. Joe will be playing in Cincinnati this week. Don't worry. Yeah, you heard that right. So the line is currently -5.5. Steelers on the road -278. I'm staying away from this game. The bet for this game in a divisional game, I am not loving it. I think the Steelers win this, but the Steelers could easily win this by 3. The Steelers could easily win this by 23. So I don't like anything about this game, just based off primetime divisional matchup. We just watched it happen with the Eagles-Giants. Stay away from primetime divisional matchups. The NFL knows you're going to be watching, and it's a crazy game. Anything can happen. Now, any given Sunday, always, but more likely to happen in a divisional game than any. So,
yeah, I'm still taking the Steelers. I'll take a -5.
I'm going to take the money line if I'm taking anything, but I'm probably not taking anything. All right, Jaguars hosting the Rams. The Jags are currently +140. The Rams are -166 on the road. Any thoughts?
This is definitely gonna be. I think this is gonna be a good game. Jacksonville is kind of on an uptick, sort of like how we were talking about the Bears in our other video.
Yeah.
They're finding their motion, and they're realizing that
they struggled against the
talent.
Hawks at home last week, but I think that was more because you're coming off such a emotional high beating the Chiefs. Like you're riding that wave and you just crash after that, and it happens all the time in sports where teams overperform and then underperform and then they come back to even. I do like the Rams -3. I would tease it to -2.5 just to be safe. I would actually probably just take the money line at 166 because if you're like me and get screwed out by a 2-point win, Chargers, then that really sucks. So I would probably just take Rams money line. But I do like the -3. The -3 is a fair shake.
I'll take Rams.
Obviously, Puka being injured is up in the air, but they still have Devontae Adams, they still have Kyron Williams, and they still have the most important piece, Sean McVay. So, not too worried there. Chiefs hosting the Raiders. The Chiefs are currently -11.5. I'm not a big, huge point spread guy, especially Rashee Rice's first game back. Who knows how they're going to try to implement him, if they're going to force feed him a little bit to get him going against a bad Raiders team. The offense could underperform, or if he hits the ground running, they could overperform greatly. There's just too big of a variance there, and the money line is -850 for the Chiefs, so I'm going to stay off this game completely. The over-under is 45.5. There's just the unknown of the Chiefs' offense and what they could be is too much for me. But I picked the Chiefs to win.
Yeah, definitely pick the Chiefs to win. 11 points is quite a lot, but with the addition of Rashee Rice being back, I think that elevates them, and I think they looked very good against the Lions. Obviously not perfect, but that definitely, I think that was their best game that they've played all season.
100%.
And if they can keep that momentum, then there is no issue going into this Vegas game. Obviously it's divisional, anything can happen, but Geno Smith just does not look good.
No.
He seems to be deteriorating. So yeah, give me KC.
All right. Browns hosting the Dolphins.
Poop Bowl.
I mean,
Give me the Dolphins.
good
Give me the Dolphins.
God, NFL. Um,
At least it's a 12 o'clock game. At least it's a 12 o'clock game.
Yeah. The Browns are minus 148. Daltons are plus 124. I'm actually the over-under set at 40.5. I'm going to take the under on that, first of all, and I'm going to take the Browns.
You know,
Money
yeah.
line. They beat the
Well,
Packers at home. They're a really capable defense. The Packers were only able to put up 10 points on them in that building. I think the Dolphins could get shut out in that building, potentially.
Yeah, I definitely take the under.
Tua's played really streaky at times. He's playing a really good defense. No Tyreek Hill.
But they got Dylan Gabriel now. Like, I'm not seeing.
Quinyon Judkins. Quinyon Judkins will go for $150 this week. That's my prediction. $150, 2 touchdowns. I'm also playing him in fantasy, so I'm pretty much guaranteeing you that'll happen. It's almost a guarantee. But I've been luckier before. But I'm going to take the under at 40.5. I don't think both these teams cross 20. That would be very surprising for me. The Titans hosting the Patriots. The Patriots are -7, -360 on the money line. Give me the Pats money line there. It's a little high at 7. I would like to see it at like 5.5, really, in my opinion. But I'm not betting on the Titans. I'll tell you that much.
No, hell no. I'll take -7 for the Pats. I like that. I think that they just have a lot of good momentum. And Mike Vrabel he knows how to speak to these guys.
Speaking of, as of 6 minutes ago, pardon me, Titans interim coach Mike McCoy, we parted ways with O-line coach Bill Callahan. So not only the head coach gone, but now the offensive line coach. They're going to be going through a lot of changes there.
So there is an interesting stat, because I'm pretty sure Stefanski got fired too, right?
It's not Stefanski. It was Brian Callahan.
No, but
the Titans head coach, yes.
No, but I think I heard that Stefanski got fired.
Kevin Stefanski.
I read somewhere that he was.
Stefanski is an American professional football coach who is the head coach for the Cleveland Browns of the National Football League. Shall I continue?
Okay, so it's
all the major stuff right there, like the 3 hours ago articles was like,
okay,
is he on the hot seat? That was going to be breaking news. I was about to be like, what?
I would not say. I think it is unfair of coaches to be on a hot seat when their team sucks. Their quarterback is garbage.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. Everybody likes to timeout. We'll be on the Bears Saints game next, but timeout real quick. Everybody always says like it's the head coach of the football team. It's his fault if the players suck. 99% of people don't realize that's the NFL. That's the general manager's responsibility. The general manager is the head of football, head of everything. He gets final say on draft day most of the times. He gets final say of who they sign to what contracts. The head coach and the defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator can be like, hey, I really like this guy.
Yeah.
The GM takes that, goes watches film, watches the scouts, has them scouted, and then goes yes or no. We're either doing that or we're not doing that. So I'm not saying that head coach isn't responsible at all, but I mean, a guy like Kevin Stefanski, who's had 2 Coach of the Year awards, obviously knows how to coach football, but they keep giving him terrible teams over and over and over again.
I will say real quick before we move on from Pats Tennessee, there is an interesting stat that's it's like teams who have fired their head coach the next week almost always. I think it's like something crazy like 200 something and 3, but like Tennessee is based off of stats could absolutely win this game.
Yeah, no, they go absolutely win every game. And it makes sense, right? You come out, you have a new coach, you have a new game plan. It's all brand new. The opponent's never seen it before, and you get caught off guard in the first half, and they're up, by 2 scores, and then it's a clawback, and you don't quite win the game, and it happens. I totally see a world where that happens, but I'm not betting on that. I'm betting on Drake May to continue his success and how he has looked over the past few weeks, and that is an MVP caliber play. Bears hosting the Saints. Bears are currently only -5.5 against the visiting Saints. Hammer that line. I like it a lot. -245. I'm taking Bears -5.5.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, for sure. I'll take the Bears.
All right. Vikings hosting the Eagles here. This one's tough for me personally. I would probably lean Eagles money line and the 2.5. Probably got to lean Eagles 2.5 here, just because the Vikings. We talked about the Rams and how they were really banged up last year and then got healthy and then went on a run. The Vikings are in a similar spot. We're 3-2. We have missed our starting quarterback, our starting left guard, our starting center, our starting right tackle. Our starting left tackle was out for 3 games. We're getting a starting linebacker back. Our starting number 1 D end is out. So, like, a lot of injuries, but we're getting most of those back this week. I just don't know if they can hit the ground running against an Eagles team who has lost back-to-back games. I really think this Eagles team is going to be pissed off. I don't necessarily love the matchup. Vikings struggle to stop the run. Eagles kind of know how to run the football. I presume this will be a very big day for the Eagles offense. You watch, and it's very unfortunate that the Vikings get to play them after back-to-back losses, because this is a pissed off Super Bowl champion now that is coming into the Vikings home and probably going to take out a little frustration on us coming off a bye week. I hate to see it. But that being said, give me the Vikings.
Yeah. I Yeah, give me the Eagles in this one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I literally just said I would lean Eagles -2.5 here. I just am a homer and can't not pick my team in the official pick. So, but no, we both know what this is, and this is not looking good for them. I do believe that JJ McCarthy will eventually be really, really good.
Might not be until next year though.
Might not be till next year. Might not be till next week. Might not be till 2 years from now. I don't know how long it's going to take him to figure it out. But if he can recreate what he looked like at the end of the Bears game, and even me and you have talked about this. I've watched all the film of over the bye week of JJ and Carson, and the offense, no question, has scored more points with Carson Wentz in the game. More points per game, more points per drive, all of it. The quarterback play individually is better with JJ McCarthy on the field than with Carson Wentz. And that's in a vacuum, not the offense as a whole. The offense as a whole has looked better because they have been healthier with Carson Wentz in the game. So no doubt about it, the offense has looked better with Carson Wentz. In a vacuum, the quarterback play was better under McCarthy until he got hurt. And then Carson obviously was way better than a high ankle sprain McCarthy, no question about it. But I am very optimistic about what JJ McCarthy can do. It's going to be rough going up against the Eagles. That's a rough draw, especially because he's going to draw. If he struggles at all, he's going to draw all the Jackson Dart comparisons. I'm ready for it. I know it's going to happen. I don't. Me and you have talked throughout the offseason. I didn't expect him to come out and beat Patrick Mahomes, but I trust Kevin O'Connell implicitly. And if he says this is his guy, I believe that this is his guy. So until he says otherwise, I believe. Jets hosting the Panthers here.
Another poop bowl.
Eek.
Give me the Panthers.
God, on the road though? Panthers on the road? They're -1.5 though, so Vegas agrees with you. Vegas thinks the Panthers are the winner.
I am going to be, until the Jets get a win, I will probably be betting that they are losing whatever game.
Technically, so we've talked about it before. If you don't know, if you're watching our show for the first time and you don't know betting very well, like, welcome. But the odds aren't high. But just in case, home team gets -3 generally. Like, home field advantage is worth -3. So Panthers are on the road and still -1.5. That means Vegas thinks on a neutral site, they're -4.5. Or sorry, no, at home. No, on a neutral site, they're -4.5. And at home, they would be -7.5. What?
Yeah.
That's mind-blowing to me.
That's just a dog on how bad the Jets are. That is nothing indicative of how good the Panthers are.
Panthers are that. I don't think they're good enough to beat the Jets by a touchdown. That's what I'm saying. Like, they had
Well,
the
yeah, I
good
mean
game against
that's
Atlanta, but like, I don't think and they played well against the struggling Cowboys defense, but the Jets defense isn't the problem. It's the offense. The
yeah.
offense can't be. I mean, not always.
Watching
I shouldn't
watching the
say
Jets offense makes me hate football.
watching the Jets makes me hate football. Watching Justin Fields makes me hate football.
Yeah.
I've been saying it since.
He was on
I
the
mean,
Bears.
this goes all the way back to like the year before the CJ Stroud draft. I think that was 2022, I believe. I said the Bears, who had the number 1 pick, should trade it and draft CJ Stroud. They didn't do that. The next year, I said they should trade it. They didn't trade it. And going into I think it was the 2020. So here, hold on. Let me see. CJ Stroud draft. I can't remember what year he was drafted.
Pretty sure it's 2022. This is his 3rd year.
Yeah, so he was drafted in 2023. So it was the 2023 season. So coming off the 2022 season, Justin Fields, it was like his only like I don't even know if you want to call it was a good season. Like, so coming into the 2023 season, he was a second-year quarterback. They just went 3-12. He had 2,200 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. But Justin Fields had just rushed for over 1,100 yards. So showing he's a weapon, right? He can rush for 1,000, throw for probably 3,000 in the grand scheme of things. This guy's a playmaker. And I said at that point, I was like, his value will never be higher. You should trade him for a first-round pick and go draft CJ Stroud. And they didn't do it. And now it's worked out. They have Caleb and whatever, and it's looking fine with Caleb. And CJ is struggling recently, so it's kind of, it's not total bust, but I promise you Bears fans for the past 4 years or 3 years would have rather had CJ Stroud than whoever else they had at the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Bears just continue to shoot themselves in the foot there. But anyways, moving on here, past Justin Fields and the Jets to the Chargers hosting the Colts. This is gonna be a game. This is the opposite of a poop bowl. This is a football game. This is Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense going up against Jim Harbaugh in the LA Chargers in LA. This is gonna be a beefed up beat down, and I love it. The Chargers are favored -1.5, -122 on the money line. The over/under is set at 48.5. I like the under on that game. I know, sounds crazy. Both offenses can put up points. I'm going to take the under on that. I like fading that this week. I like fading it. And then the Chargers are currently -1.5. I think the Colts can win this game, baby. Give me the Colts plus 105.
Yeah, I like the Colts on this one, even going on the road. They just look like arguably the best team in football right now. The best team, obviously they don't have the best quarterback. They don't have the best receivers, tight end.
Two plays from beating the Rams in LA.
Yeah,
2 plays.
But I think absolutely just front to back, they are the best cohesive football unit.
Yeah, absolutely. They're playing team football. It looks great. Danny Dimes is playing really well. He's playing very efficient. He's not putting up 370 yards a game. He's not out there, being the offense. But they have Jonathan Taylor. He doesn't need to be the offense. Mm-hmm. So I love it. Colts hammer. I think Colts on the road get the win. Broncos hosting the Giants. The Broncos are -7.
I don't know, man. Broncos just haven't looked as dominant. Their record is 4-2, so that looks pretty good. But I just don't feel like they've been. They just
struggled to beat the Jets 13-11, and they're giving them. And granted, that was overseas. I understand. I'm not. You're misconstruing.
And playing in Denver is very. It's much different than really playing anywhere else.
Oh, 100%. The over 40.5. I like that over. I mean, Dart. So the thing that makes Jackson Dart so good is he's using his legs so much. He's not like he's making some good throws at times, but he's averaging like 10 rushing attempts a game, and that is what is killing teams. Is they're getting him into these 3rd and longs, and then he's taking off, and they're like, he's white, and then they forget.
Valid.
No, it's
we had a great white running quarterback.
great?
Never.
Ooh. No, not never. I'm sure there's been one. I mean, Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill's kind of.
I thought he was mixed.
No. Taysom, white boy. He blonde.
Taysom is kind of a white boy's name.
He is. Taysom Hill's white guy. But yeah, I don't know necessarily a white.
yeah.
Well, I guess Steve Young. Steve Young was mobile. Steve Young's a mobile quarterback. John Elway's a mobile quarterback. That type. But yeah, no, Jackson Dart. I like them. I like them plus. I like the Giants plus 7 in this game. I can see this being a 24-22 ball game, 24-21 ball game. Probably Broncos win at home, I would imagine. But Giants could definitely make a game of it. Cowboys hosting the Commanders. Dalton. Cowboys are currently plus 2.5 at home, plus 120. How you feel?
I mean, two bad defenses going up against each other. I would say clearly the Cowboys have the better offense. But are they going to be able to, like, is that going to be enough?
So here's the overall breakdown, right? The Cowboys, if I can get them pulled up here, come on, load up for me. So we'll start with Washington. Washington is 7th in points for, 13th in points against, with 21 points per game. They have not necessarily played powerhouses on offense. They've played Green Bay and the Chargers, who are both good offenses, but like not necessarily powerhouses. And the rest of it's Atlanta, which is, proving to be a lot better than we thought. The Raiders, nothing there. The Giants before Dart stepped in. The Bears last night. So, the offenses they have faced are not, in my opinion, what the Cowboys are doing currently. The Cowboys, however, are the number 3 scoring offense with 30 points per game, but they are the 31st ranked defense with 30 points per game given up. So they're averaging 29 points per game and still giving up 1 point more than they're averaging, which is insane when you compare that to Commanders, who are scoring 26 points per game and giving up 21. So I like a middle ground in this game. I like a 25-28 ball game, Dallas.
Yeah, that they've played a lot of games, pretty much all their games pretty close. I haven't seen any games with Dallas where I'm like confident that they are going to win. It's been
you're
close.
not in the third quarter going, this game's over.
Yeah,
not
at all.
The Chicago game kind of turned into that by the end of the game, but it wasn't
not in our favor though.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like let me look here in the third. So, yeah, in the middle of going into halftime, it was 14-24, and then there was one score after halftime, and that was it, right? Like, they just had a bad half. So that one wasn't ever, like, in your favor, per se, but I like the Cowboys to be able to outlast the Commanders at home.
Same.
So, Cardinals hosting the Packers. The Cardinals are plus 6.5 at home. This sounds crazy, and hear me out here. This sounds absolutely ludicrous, but if Kyler Murray plays, I like the Cardinals. If I don't think he will.
I don't hate that, mostly because if you look at the sack leaders for this year, no household names are in the top 5. Not a single one. No Myles Garrett, no Micah Parsons. No,
Here's my thing. The Packers only struggle in one area mightily, and that is turning the ball over. They do not turn the ball over well, but they stop the run amazing. They are great at stopping the run. Arizona with Kyler Murray isn't going to try to pound the rock. Kyler will be the running game, which is not what Green Bay is used to. So, an improved running game against the Packers, and then they are 32nd against the defense in attempts per game and 11th in yards per game. So they're getting thrown at the absolute least, yet still giving up the 11th most yards.
Mm-hmm.
So if they were getting thrown at more, it's, in my opinion, the Packers defense, which is ranked 10th in the NFL, is suspect. I believe
Mhm.
it's a, it's kind of like the Philly offense. Like it's either got to get, it's kind of doing this, and it's either going to go one way or the other. It's either going to go
Yeah.
way up or way down. It's either going to give way or catapult to the moon, and I don't
I'm with
believe it's
you.
going to catapult to the moon.
I'm with you.
So
If Kyler Murray plays, give me the Cards.
I like the Cardinals plus 6.5. I don't necessarily know if they win, but plus
Okay.
6.5, I like it all day. And I mean, they could absolutely. It'll be a 3-point ball game. They could. It'll come down to who has the ball last. It'll be a 24-24 game, and if the Packers have the ball last, they probably win 27-24. And if the Cardinals have the ball last, they probably win 27-24. So that's my opinion. I like the over at 44.5 on that game though. 49ers hosting the Falcons. I don't even know what to make of this game anymore. The 49ers are favored. They're going to be missing Fred Warner. They're going to be missing half their defense. They're probably not going to have Kittle back yet. Purdy's probably out. Jennings is their number one receiver. Ayuk's not even got a timetable yet. Yet they're favored by 2.5 against the team that just whipped up on Josh Allen and the Bills. What? What do I not know?
Yeah.
What does Vegas know?
I think the Falcons defense is going to put on another clinic here against all these second stringers, and I think the Falcons are going to upset. I see the Falcons upsetting here.
I guess I don't know what to think. The Falcons are plus 114 on the money line. I mean, it feels like a Vegas, like, ooh, the Falcons aren't really this good. You should, but they just beat the Bills, so let's capitalize. Let's make them underdogs so that people bet on them and bet on the plus money, so that when the 49ers win, like we think they will, everybody will lose. I don't know. I'm very, very torn. All right, Lions hosting the Buccaneers, and this is really unfortunate because the Lions are going to win this game because you have Baker Mayfield leading Rashad White and Sterling Shepard against the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how they win this game, man. Tell me I'm wrong. I would love to know how they win this game. I mean, you have no Ibuka, no Godwin, no Evans, no Bucky. I mean, Baker is playing at an MVP level. If they win this game, Baker is the MVP. So here's one of the weird things that tends to happen in these situations. You look back at history, and I don't have exact examples off the top of my head, and this is in all sports, not just football, is greatness happens when greatness is needed, and then it goes away when it's not. And I feel like we're getting set up for one of these situations where the Buccaneers get healthy and then they don't perform like we think they should. You know what I mean? Like Baker does all this magic and Baker looks amazing. And Baker is amazing. Baker is amazing, not looks amazing. He is amazing.
Yep.
Love Baker. Love what he's doing. I'm so sad Spoon can't be on the show when Baker's absolutely popping off. He's the biggest Baker fan in the world. It's an absolute travesty. But like, there's something that doesn't feel right about this. Like they're putting the weight of the world on him and he's holding it up. And then whenever they take all the weight away, he's going to be like, no, give that. I need that pressure to thrive. Like that pressure helps me thrive.
Yeah.
And
so something
I just don't want that to happen.
That I forgot about real quick. Just to take on like when you're like, I don't know what to think, because I just saw a stat, or I just saw like, I forgot Falcons lost 30-0 to the Panthers.
Yeah.
And then beat the Bills.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know what to think. That's what the Falcons. That's why the Falcons I think is so perplexing to me.
So, that being said, give me the Lions in this one, coming off a loss to the Chiefs. I think they take it out.
Yeah, I don't see a world in which the Lions lose this game at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with nobody. This feels like a 34-10 route. This feels like a 34-17 game. This feels, it does not feel like the Lions are going to feel ticked off because they feel they got blown calls and whatever. And I mean, Deion Branchkins, man, I hate. Man, the Lions are just a dirty team. Dude, Kirby Joseph has torn 5 ACLs. Then you have this situation with Deion going in and punching Juju after the game over an alleged blindside block, which was just a crack block. It was just a receiver crack block. Yeah. I cannot stand. Dan Campbell went up to the podium afterwards and was like, "This is not how we do things. I love that man, but this is not how we do things." Yet all the time, it is shown your players do this.
Yep.
I think I can't stand the Lions. I cannot stand them. But they probably can't stand me either, whining and bitching. They're probably like, "We grow up. It's football." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is football. Play within the lines." All right. Seahawks hosting the Texans. I mean, Hawks by 10, right?
Yeah.
It's -3 Seahawks. I'm going to take the over on 40.5. 2, hammer the Hawks. -170. I'd take a -3.
Yeah. Texans don't look very good. They squeaked a couple of wins against, a bad Ravens team.
A bad Ravens team. Their defense is worse than the Cowboys' defense. They were terrible.
Bad Ravens team and a bad Titans team, so those are their only 2 wins. I don't see them pulling this next one out.
Yeah, I mean, this Ravens team is without Lamar. So they've been without Lamar since week 3.
Mm-hmm.
So 20 points against the Chiefs, 10 points against the Texans, 3 points against the Rams. They have a bye this week. But in those games, they've given up 38, 37, 44, and they only gave up 17 to the Rams last week after Puka got hurt. But that's more the Rams struggling to get things going when their entire game plan was taken out of the game by injury. So
give me the Seahawks.
Hawks by 1,000,000 over the Texans. I don't believe in the Texans' ability to beat the Seahawks at all. I'm a Darnold guy. I love Sammy D. Love him. He was great for me last year, and I hope he continues his success. I hope he challenges for the MVP. I hope he has a complete career turnaround, plays for the next 10 years at an amazing level, and goes 0-10 against the Vikings. That's all I want for him.
Heard.
All right. You got anything else you want to add to Week 7? Anything you're looking forward to? Anything else?
No, sir.
All right. Like, subscribe. Go check out the Instagram. Go check out the Reels. We post Reels all the time. Go check out everything. We appreciate you. We love you. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.